any time that you do in prison or in custody, that's a lot of time. But you need to figure out how you ended up in this situation and change your life. Otherwise, what's going to end up happening, you're going to spend the rest of your life in somebody's prison and things will not go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is what I mean when I tell people involved in drug transactions or using drugs, only one or two things are going to end up happening. Either you're going to end up spending the rest of your life in prison, or either somebody's going to end up dead, either from using drugs or selling drugs, and somebody's going to have to identify the body. You understand?
Judge, how are you?
Hello, how are you doing?
Doing well, ma'am.
Oh, that is good. And thank you for dressing appropriately for court. I appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am. I was, this is the only color shirt I have, so I'll put it on today.
No, you're dressed appropriately. I appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, so how things are going with the mental health court?
So he was,
I had did the assessment last week, and then they had me come back this week to finish it.
Okay.
So, they also told me, I think they said that they transitioned into take over mental health court.
Yes.
So, she said because you recommended it, it's more than likely that you should, be able to accept it. I'm not trying to push that, but if it's possible, then
Right. So what was my understanding, there's a staffing, I think, on Friday. So we should know something by then. And Mr. Porter, if you want to submit a letter or be at that staffing, just let the court know.
okay, thank you.
All right. So what we're going to do, Ms. Ferguson,
Yes.
recall this. Let's recall this for the week of August 18th. And then Mr. Porter will know well before then whether or not he's accepted into the program. Is August 18th good for you?
Yes.
All right, so we'll bring you back on August 18th, okay?
that's it.
Yes, well, once you sign the reset form.
Okay, ma'am, my part. Go back.
Who is here on Justin Lee Heather? Good morning.
He's not on today's docket, but I came by to ask. He has been going through all the screenings for mental health PTD. He had a psych evaluation yesterday, and then they're having a home visit on August 1st, which is the day after his scheduled court date.
Mhm.
He has severe anxiety, and I'm just wondering if I can maybe reset the court date a few weeks so that he doesn't have to come here and then have the home visit the next day.
Well, he can appear by Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that.
Yeah, just have him appear by Zoom
Okay, we'll do that.
and I'll make a notation.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oscar Lopez Jr. Good morning. Where's he?
He's right. Yes.
Oh,
Good morning.
morning. All right, so where are we on discovery?
Judge, this is, for some reason, it shows on the trial docket, this is our first appearance, first setting.
Yeah.
We have discovery.
Everything says Odyssey that it's trial.
Okay.
So where are we on discovery?
The state is having to do a disc for me. There's some very large files I have not received yet. Also, there's two things I just saw in the file that haven't been disclosed to me. So we're in the beginning stages of discovery. I did file a motion on that. So I need a reset for them to get me those files. And they're also going to get me an offer before next.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. Set this for discovery in 45 days, please. And state you'll need to be prepared to tender an offer at that time.
Yes, in the 45 days.
Yes.
Yes, Judge.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
You don't have a date.
I get it.
September 8th,
When?
September 8th.
All right, you're going to come back on September 8th.
Yes, ma'am.
And once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
See.
Who is here on? Just give me one moment. I'm going to take up Noah Gonzalez. Just give me a moment, please. Hmm?
Dr. Lopez?
Hi, this is call for Paul Anthony Marino. I think he's out on bond at Ford McCumber. They're out on bond. No, Paul. Paul Anthony Marino. All right, what I'm gonna do, can I run to 290 if we can come back? See if they can. All right. Right now.
Okay.
Morning, how are you? Okay.
Bashan, on Oberlander, can you make sure that that county does a check-in on the children? Thank you.
Yeah, this one. George, we need to walk a little bit. I got it. Just go that. Seems like all the others. Get quick.
Noah Gonzalez.
This way, sir. I'm sorry. You look right through the black.
Oh.
You speak loud enough. For
You're covering for Umberto Saldana?
I know.
No.
He was just here. I think he stepped out into the hallway.
All right, so he'll need to come back. Umberto Saldana. I'll take this up later.
What's the fine?
All right, who's here on Jacob Kawazawi?
Judge. Yeah, good work and yeah, I'll get this referred on my. Thank you, sir.
Hello. How do you pronounce your last name?
How is Zoe?
Kawazoe. All right. Court is calling 2024 CR 006945B State versus Jacob Kawazawi. Could I have parties announced?
Jason Garahan for the state, Your Honor.
And Eric DeWalt. I represent Mr. Kawazoe.
And are you Mr. Kawazoe?
Okay.
Are there any applications in this case?
There are not, Your Honor.
All right, counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes and yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Kawazawi, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
Mr. Kawazawi, did you review the court admonishments and waivers with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with murder? The range of punishment is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state would call in the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Kawazawi, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 20 years in the prison. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. There are no applications. The state will take in consideration 20 24CC 007178, 2024 CR 006961. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence.
Yes, Your Honor. State Exhibit number 1 with office attachments.
We've had an opportunity to go over that. No objections. Admittance.
All right, did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Do I repeat the question?
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right. So I was going to ask, because I always look at plea bargain agreements to see if offers are appropriate in specific cases or offers that I will accept. So I've read the police report and I understand the issues that are presented for the state and for the defense, both good and bad. So after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Please, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, my client is just asking that he hopes you will follow this plea agreement worked on by the state. It's been long and drawn out. My client has been cooperative with me the whole way through, and he understands what he signed to.
All right. Court will find you guilty as previously stated, sentence you to 20 years in the prison. Credit for any time served. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. Taking consideration 2024 CC 007178 and 2024 CR 006961. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
Judge, just if for purposes of victim impact, we're asking for him to be on hold to send to TDC, at least come back to court on Tuesday of this coming week, which I believe is July 28th.
Yes. No. July 28th is a Monday.
July 29th.
July 29th?
Yes, Your Honor.
So Norma, make sure there's a hold on him. And it'll be recalled July 29th. All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Any time that you do in prison or in custody, that's a lot of time. But you need to figure out how you ended up in this situation and change your life. Otherwise, what's going to end up happening, you're going to spend the rest of your life in somebody's prison and things will not go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is what I mean when I tell people involved in drug transactions or using drugs, only one or two things are going to end up happening. Either you're going to end up spending the rest of your life in prison, or either somebody's going to end up dead, either from using drugs or selling drugs, and somebody's going to have to identify the body. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And we are off the record. Judge. Tuesday for victim impact. All right, thank you.
Your Honor, once again, thank you for your consideration.
You're welcome. Have a good one. Tell you, why wasn't your daughter up here?
He was with me along this whole time.
Okay.
She was here the whole way through.
Yeah, but next time, come up here and stand with your dad.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Yes.
Monday, I believe we had a GPS thing where the state agreed. That motion has been misplaced by
Okay.
the clerk's office.
All right. Just give me a moment. Let me put this in the system very quickly and then sign it. Here are Mr. DeLeon.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Hello.
At the court's permission to approach.
Oh, just give me a second. I'm
Yes,
putting
ma'am.
things in the system.
Yeah, no worries.
Yes.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning. I've got a motion to substitute John. He's gonna still be in the court in the second chair, I'm the first chair.
Okay, just give it to the coordinator.
Okay,
I'm
and
sorry, to the clerks. And
To the
then
clerk.
I'll take it in order.
you got it.
All right, thank you.
The order's underneath the motion and the motion was already e-filed.
All right, no problem.
Your Honor, may I step back here and grab a Kleenex?
Oh, sure.
Thank you, Judge.
Mariano Rendon. Welcome.
But she's in custody, he's not physically here.
Yes, I believe at the last hearing, he gave you
Right.
permission.
Yes, I just want to make sure you knew why he wasn't here.
Yes.
Uh,
He's in custody, correct?
He is in custody. We wanted him released to PDC. We don't, but
Yes.
I think he's still here. I don't think he's been shipped yet.
So is he downstairs? All right, they'll bring him up.
Okay. And the other one I have is his son.
Matthew.
Yeah.
Are you taking care of Matthew as well?
Yes.
Adrienne went all the way back to 23 and she couldn't find a brack.
Yeah.
All right, Matthew Rendon,
Yes. I can't find the brack.
have you conferred with the state? Because we're just here for restitution.
Yes, they haven't had contact with anybody on Matthew's case. There's not going to be any contact here.
All right, court is calling 2024 CR 2339D, State versus Matthew Rendon. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Duffy Pitlock for the state of Texas.
Raymond Martinez from Mr. Rendon.
Are you Mr. Rendon?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're here for a restitution hearing. The defendant entered a plea on June 12th, 2025. He was placed on probation. The court reset this case specifically for a restitution hearing. State, is there any restitution?
As for this defendant, we gave complainant opportunity to provide documentation for restitution. We haven't received any, so the state cannot proceed with restitution as to this defendant, Your Honor.
All right, and probation, did you receive any restitution amount on Matthew Rendon?
No, Judge. It was, we were under the impression since it was set for a restitution hearing 30 days out that the state would take care of that.
Yes.
We haven't had an opportunity to research that, Judge.
Oh, no, I understand. I was just saying if any complainant called into probation with a restitution amount. All right, the court will order no restitution in this case. Any objections from either side?
None from the state, Your Honor.
No.
All right, then there will be no restitution. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. I guess I'll come back on Mariano if he actually is here.
Yes. Well, do you know if they have restitution?
Counsel informed me that they filed a business records affidavit. I'm trying to track it down to look at the number. I don't anticipate objecting to it. I'd like to know what the number is before I say I don't object.
All right, so if
So
you
I'm trying to
confer with
track
them
it
on
down.
that and we'll bring you right up.
Okay. Make it a little bit.
Christopher Lemire.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Oh, where's Mr. Lemire?
He is.
In the box, Judge, in the box.
Okay.
I want to make sure you speak loud enough and for to hear you.
Okay.
All right, the allegations in the motion to revoke, is that family violence or who is that?
Yes, they're both new number ones out of County Court 13. Both of them are still pre-file cases. And so one of the conclusions was then asking for a continuance on this setting so that we can attempt to resolve the misdemeanors.
All right, so where are we on this case?
On this case, it is, I still need time to investigate.
You'll need to get a copy of that and return the original to the clerk.
Yes, Your Honor. And then because it was a deferred adjudication,
Yeah,
probation,
he's entitled to a bond.
that was the other motion.
All right, have you conferred with the state on bond?
I'm not on the exact amount. I informed them of the motion.
All right, so if you confer with them and then when you all are ready to approach, just come back.
Thank you.
Cody Wade Harris.
Speak loud enough for the court reporter to hear you. It's.
Hello,
How
thank you
you
for
doing?
dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, so where are we on discovery?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good one.
I believe that discovery has been completed. This morning, the state offered a new offer that I'd like some additional time to go over with Mr. Harris. I intend for the next setting, as the court calendars it, to be a plea setting. And I think that's where we're headed, Judge.
All right, how old are you, sir?
51.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 2-week reset for a plea deadline date. And state on Cody Wade Harris, I need an acknowledgement of discovery if that hasn't been completed.
We will get it ready right now.
All right, thank you.
I can do August 7th.
All right, you'll be back on August 7th, and that will be your plea deadline date. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
Appreciate it, Judge. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Mr. Harris, for Cody Harris?
Marcus Anthony Freeman.
Come on, Christopher.
Oh, let me ask Ray real quick.
Speak loud enough for the court reporter to hear you.
Hello, Mr. Freeman.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm doing okay. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, where are we on discovery, counsel?
Judge, I've just submitted a flash drive to the district attorney's office, and I've sent him an email with additional discovery that we're seeking.
And what additional discovery do you need?
It is body cam and I believe it's body cam and dash cam of
And they, what's up? What's up?
Oh, no, I mean, you can talk if you want to. Sometimes attorneys don't want you to.
They have a video where they showed me like.
So I'm seeking that, and that's what there's no need to address that with the court.
Yeah. Sometimes attorneys don't want you saying things because when you say certain things and they're in a courtroom, then people can hold that against you. So what we're here for today, I'm here to make sure that your attorney has all of the discovery, which is really all of the information that the state has that you're entitled to. There may be some information the state may have that you may not be entitled to. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So your attorney is asking that he received videos, and it appears to be videos that you're saying will show certain things. So I'm trying to make sure that he receives those.
Thank you.
All right. Ms. Ferguson, set this for 30 days for a discovery date, please. All right, so we're going to be back on August 21st, and that's to make sure that your attorney has all of the discovery. Are you employed?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what are your hours?
They vary. I have a time sleeping. Like I have a nonprofit, and I gave a testimony of the Holy Spirit, and they gave me my LLC license, everything. So I do a lot of church things, but it's like missionary.
Okay.
Because of a NAACP mental case I have up going in the courts right now.
All right, so we'll be back on August 21st to make sure that your attorney has all of the discovery he's requesting.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can have a seat. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Have a blessed day, y'all. Thank you.
Oh, you too. Who is here on Michaela Duddy or Duddy?
We need to approach him, Judge.
Yes. So I received the documentation. So just one second. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. I was all on. I didn't even realize she had a study. Because it was, yeah, it's appointed that she was, the initial warrant issued that president. I got you.
All right. So first things first. It's showing that she has a warrant. So that needs to be taken care of.
So my understanding from talking to clerk's office was, so the warrant wasn't active
Mhm.
because she's on GPS right now. So technically she's in custody. So they
See,
didn't-
you know what? They need to change that because let me just tell you, on the system, it shows that
Yeah.
she has an active warrant. But let me just tell you, in this court, when people have active warrants, before I have you, as the deputies call it, all the way, before I have you make the trip all the way, which is to the jail and everything, we try to make sure that it's correct in the system. So I'm going to send an email to all the judges and say that when someone is in custody because they're on GPS, that needs to be changed because sometimes maybe people are not going to check the system and they'll just see that you have a warrant. They'll take you into custody and take you all the way.
Right.
Yeah.
And Judge, honestly, we didn't even know she had a setting today. I was looking into this and
Mhm.
then saw the setting and called her and said, we need to go in because we've been working on getting this resolved with the state.
Mhm. I don't have her down as a setting either on the docket. No, I'm talking about on the docket sheet. There's no setting for her on the docket sheet. What, for her to appear? The warrant was issued yesterday.
So obviously with the confusion, Judge, out of an abundance of caution, I called her, we came in. 'Cause like I said, we've been trying to work in good faith to get this resolved with the state.
Mhm. Okay. So, Ms. Abrams, on this case, she doesn't have a motion to revoke, or does she have a motion to revoke? All right, so has the motion been heard? All right, so do y'all want to have the motion heard and then the court will make its decision based upon the documents that have been given to the court?
I think we need to do it that way, Judge, but you know, I've talked to the state and
All right, so if y'all we'll go over the motion to revoke and then we'll proceed.
No, she understands the motion revoke is based on her refusal to go to DDRF.
All right.
And I think that's the only ground for the MTR.
Okay. All right, so then on this case, because it appears that she has an inpatient treatment place, DDRF takes months. And so it appears that she has a place for an inpatient treatment to address her issues. So do you all want to withdraw the motion or you want to continue with the motion, have the court make its ruling? Because it appears that everyone wants her in inpatient treatment.
That's correct, Your Honor.
And the quickest mental health treatment is actually through the Starlight Recovery Center as opposed to waiting in the jail for transfer. If you all want to proceed with the motion to revoke, I will proceed with the motion to revoke. But however, it appears that what the court is asking her to do, which is get mental health treatment, this is it, and it will be done quicker. So do y'all want to withdraw the motion to revoke?
We will withdraw, yes, Your Honor.
All right. And so it's going to be altered and amended, and you're going to be at the Starlight Recovery Center if you leave that facility without permission or before they have completed their treatment, a motion to revoke is going to be filed. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand you are going to have to sign a release to probation so that probation will get information on your status in the program at Starlight Recovery Center? Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
She's just bringing up the waiver.
And State, is there anything else that you think she needs?
No, just the inpatient treatment, I think, is the best thing for her to resolve the issue she's having. So we're fine with this.
All right. And probation, do you believe there's anything else that she needs?
The date from her on there to be
Tomorrow.
admitted.
They said July 25th.
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
Yes.
How long?
They're saying 30 to 45 days, but I'm going to order that before they release her, there's going to have to be a report. So at that 45-day mark, you're not released from that facility. I'm going to want to see a report so that your attorney, probation in the state, and whoever your case manager is there, so we can figure out what would be the appropriate plan or the next step. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Probation, anything else?
Okay.
All right, once I have the motion to withdraw, we will release you. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. She's going to remain on GPS though.
Yes, I think that's the best bet for everybody, Judge.
All right, thank you.
She's not going to custody.
No, she's not. Yes,
Go on.
no problem.
Approach, Your Honor.
Thank you, Rick.
You're welcome.
Here, let me give this to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
You don't leave yet.
Bashan?
Yeah.
On, Miss Dottie, do you want to have that, reset in the court for an update in 50 days?
Yes, that'd be great.
All right, Miss Ferguson, I need a 50-day reset. Luis,
Sure.
we're going to give her a 50-day reset so we can get an update.
I'll stick around.
All right, September 11th. And Louis, do you know the conditions of her GPS?
Do I know the condition? It's full house arrest.
All right, so then she'll need to continue on GPS. And she's allowed to reside at Starlight Recovery. If you'll make sure that you get a motion signed by the state. Thank you.
Yes.
Are you already on Mariano Rendon? All right. Are you already on Jenna Davila? Christopher Lemire? Are y'all ready? Not ready? All right, they're not ready on that one. Leslie Ann Ayala?
Ayala?
And after that, it will be Gloria Carrizales and then Noah Gonzalez.
Yes.
Are you all ready to proceed on the motion to revoke?
Yes, ma'am.
Court is calling 2024 CR 009614, State versus Leslie Ann Ayala. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Jason Garaham for the state.
Danielle Cranberg for the defense?
And are you Leslie Ann Ayala? Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it? It's this document. And this is a document that states that you're on probation and that you violated certain terms of your contract with the court. Did you review that document with the state? And I'm sorry, with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Leslie Ann Ayala who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2024 CR 009614 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams on January 6, 2025 for a period of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Judge, do you have the First Amendment?
No, I do not. All right, did you review the First Amendment motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. State, you may proceed. Thank you, Bashan.
Yes, Judge. Violated condition number 1, on or about the 24th day of June 2025 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Leslie Ann Ayala committed the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 1B-B, in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
We'll waive the remaining violated conditions, Your Honor.
Any objections to the state's waivers?
No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 20 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, there is, Your Honor, and it is to grant the motion, adjudicate guilt, revoke the individual off for probation, sentence her to 4 years in the Texas Department of Correction. And the state will be taking into consideration the new number 1, possession less than a gram. That case number is 2025 PF 24568. And with the previous prosecutor, an additional case will be taken into consideration, 2025 CC 007573, which was a reckless driving that happened before she was placed on probation.
All right, counsel, is that the agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
Are you asking the court to follow this agreement, counsel?
We are, Your Honor.
Ms. Ayala, are you asking the court to follow this agreement?
Agreement. Yes, ma'am.
All right, do you understand what's going on here?
Yes, ma'am.
The agreement is that your probation be revoked and that you be sentenced to 4 years in the prison.
Yes, ma'am.
I do not have to follow the agreement that has been reached with the state and your attorney because this is a contract with the court. It is not with them.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So is there anything that you don't understand that's going on here today? So instead of giving you 4 years, I could sentence you up to 20 years in the prison. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, this agreement that they've come to, do you want me to follow that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, does she not know what's going on?
I did explain everything with her, and that is what she told me she wanted to do. I think she's just nervous to be before the court, Your Honor, because she knows that you aren't bound by the deal.
All right. So you understand that they're asking that you be revoked and sentenced to 4 years in the prison?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want me to follow that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I don't understand what's with the hunching of the shoulders, like, I don't know.
That's fine.
All right, so I'm gonna have you go back and talk to your attorney, and you need to decide whether you don't want me to follow that, or do you want me to do what I think it's appropriate in this case, which is more than 4 years. So you can talk to your attorney.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. And Jason, I'm so sorry. Can you reprint this because I'm not, I signed it and I'm not.
Yeah.
Judge, I'm just gonna.
Yes, okay, thank you. All right, who's here on Roberto Monreal? Good morning. You had a chance to confer with the state?
We did a few minutes ago, yes, Judge.
All right, so where are we on discovery?
I need to bring a large jump drive so they can upload a phone dump and other items of evidence is how I would hold it.
All right, so I'm gonna recall this for 45 days. State, will you be prepared to tender an offer at that time? Or do you need more time?
I'd be surprised if 45 days was going to come out, Judge.
45 might be pushing it for an actual offer, Judge. But I mean, we will do our best to get there. I mean,
All right, 60 days?
that should be more than sufficient, Judge.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, recall this for 60 days. It's gonna be for discovery and the state will tender an offer. All right, September 22nd.
September 22nd.
Yes, once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Are you ready on Ms. Ayala? All right, if you have a seat, your attorney will bring the reset form. Leslie Ann Ayala. We're back on the record in 2024 CR 009614. Ms. Ayala, are you asking the court to follow the agreement that has been reached with the state between you, the state, and your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the court is finding violation of condition number 1 true as previously stated. The court will follow the agreement that you've reached with the state. The court will grant the motion, revoke you, sentence you to 4 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served, take in consideration 2025 PF 24568, 2025 CC 007573, and the court will request the therapeutic community. State, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
With your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I've ordered also the therapeutic community. I have no jurisdiction to force them to place you in the program. You will still need to sign up for it and they will still need to approve you for it. But it is a good program and it's to help you maintain your sobriety. And if you have mental health issues, you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
That person replaced.
Yes.
I don't want to get too close. I woke up this morning with a real bad
Oh,
sore
you are
throat.
too close then.
Yeah, and it's just, I wanted to muscle through, but I'm sorry. I don't want to get anybody else sick. We have Aguilar today, and I think I have a guy named Kevin Hernandez.
Oh, you need to have them pull the file. And do you want a mask?
Sure.
All right, Deputy Laura, he needs a mask. And then I'll take that up right now.
Maybe call it next week. We call it next week.
Oh, is
We
your
have
client
it
here?
We have, he's in custody, Aguilar.
Okay, just have them pull the file and we'll take care of it. Okay. All right.
Not, I've got another one too.
And who is it? Aguilar?
Yes, Rodriguez. And Aguilar.
Okay, I have Rodriguez. Navarro. I don't have an Aguilar up here.
Yeah.
People sometimes say I have files. I'm like, I don't have the file. All right. So on Aguilar, what is happening with that?
We reached an agreement.
Okay.
He's ready to go. That's what I was intending to do right now. But
Okay.
maybe Monday.
All right.
Right. I think she has that one.
All right. So we'll recall Mr. Aguilar on Monday for a plea. And then Mr. Rodriguez, you say he's in custody?
I believe so.
Mr. Rodriguez?
He did not answer.
All right. State, we're gonna have to put this on the record. Could someone call for Kevin Zachariah Rodriguez in the hallway? Court is calling 2025 CR 006732, State versus Kevin Zachariah Rodriguez. Can I have parties announced?
Jason Gearhead for the state, Your Honor.
Kyle Simpson for the defendant.
All right, this hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. It is now 10:25 a.m. The defendant has not made an appearance. Counsel, do you know where your client is?
I do not.
All right, and State, what are you requesting?
And Judge, is he on?
Judge's warrant, yeah.
Judge, but then we're requesting a judge's warrant, Your Honor.
All right, the court will issue a judge's warrant. Your client will be remanded without bond. If he makes an appearance, the court will reconsider.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You know, I just felt a germ jump towards me.
What's that?
You know, my body knows when it
After
germs.
yesterday, and then today.
Yeah, I'm like, no. And the next person up will be Noah Gonzalez. Just give me one moment, counsel.
Yes, sir.
All right, counsel, you're standing in.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Umberto Saldalia asked me to stand in.
All right,
Apparently his daughter is having a baby right now.
yes. So on this case, you understand what his options are?
Judge, that's what it took me a while to get up here. And I've been sitting with him for the past 30 minutes trying to get him to do the right option.
Mhm. All right, and what I can tell you, the issue with Mr. Gonzalez, although the state didn't proceed on it, they only proceeded on a violation of condition number 4. And of course, when people have these type of charges and they're not reporting, I don't know if they're using drugs or not because they're not reporting. So do you know which option your client is requesting?
He's requesting the 200 days at the court.
Oh, no. He wants to be revoked. All right, the court is calling 2024 CR 6757, 2024 CR 007444, and 2024 CR 007423, State versus Noah Javier Gonzalez. Can I have the state announce?
Deputy Pitlock for the state of Texas, Your Honor.
Robert Porter standing on behalf of Humberto Saldana, Mr. Gonzalez.
And are you Noah Gonzalez?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Noah Javier Gonzalez.
All right, we were here on this case on July 21st. In each case, you pled true to a violation of condition number 4. The state waived the remaining violations. The court gave you an option to either be revoked on each motion and sent to the state jail facility for 200 days. Your previous attorney had a medical emergency involving a family member. The attorney who's standing in is Mr. Robert Porter. Do you have any objections to this attorney standing in?
No, ma'am.
All right, and Mr. Porter, did you have an opportunity to speak with him regarding his options?
I did, Your Honor.
All right, and Mr. Gonzalez, have you had ample opportunity to speak with Mr. Porter about your options and Mr. Umberto about your options?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand the consequences of your choices and the options that the court has given you?
Yes, ma'am.
So, do you wish to be revoked?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then state you may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
And cause number 2024 CR 6757, as previously stated, the court is finding violation of condition number 2 true. The court will find you guilty, revoke, sentence you to 200 days in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. Probation, was there any restitution ever determined for the complainants under that case? It should be a Daniel Chapa and Cynthia Chapa. And then, and cause number 2000, oh, I'm sorry. And under that cause number, it's to run concurrent with 2024 CR 007423 and 2024 CR 007444. Then in cause number 2024 CR 007423, the court will find you guilty, revoke, sentence you to 200 days in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. This is to run concurrent with 2024 CR 6757 and 2024 CR 007444. And there's to be no contact with Wesley, Wesley Kohn, Cohn. And cause number 2024 CR 007444. Court is finding you guilty. Revoke. Sentence you to 200 days in the state jail facility. Give you credit for any time served. This is the run concurrent with 2024 CR 007423. 2024 CR 6757. And there's to be no contact with Faerun, Faerun, Marie Whippleman, Weppelman, and the court will request the therapeutic community. Counsel, is there anything else with regards to sentencing
No, Your Honor.
and those cause numbers?
No, Your Honor.
And let me just make sure. All right, in each cause number, did you review the documents entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign them?
Yes, ma'am.
And each cause number, because these are plea bargain agreements, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Because these are felony convictions, you are not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. So you have made the easy choice in your life, which, I mean, that's what you've done. And what's going to end up happening is these cases are going to follow you around for the rest of your life because now you are going to be a felon. And as I previously told you, these cases involve crimes of moral turpitude. So that's going to preclude you from doing certain things. Do you understand?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. And now you know where children come from if you didn't know before. Do not continue to have children that you cannot afford.
In this powerful courtroom moment, the judge runs through a busy docket, calling out names and warning that anyone not present could face a warrant for their arrest, setting a strict tone from the start. As the session continues, the judge handles a serious case where a defendant facing a murder charge decides to enter a plea. The judge carefully explains the full weight of the situation, making sure the defendant understands that he is giving up his right to a trial and could face up to life in prison. After confirming everything, the court accepts the plea and sentences him to 20 years in prison, emphasizing the seriousness of the crime. Before ending, the judge delivers a strong message, warning that a life involved in crime, especially drugs, often leads to only two outcomes: prison or death. It's a moment that highlights both the consequences of bad decisions and the reality many defendants face. Question: do you think strict warnings like this from a judge can actually change someone's future? If you enjoy real courtroom moments like this, like the video and subscribe for more courtroom stories